So last week हामीले क्लासमा स्ट्रिङ को बारेमा के अरे नम्बर डेटा टाइप, फ्लोट डेटा टाइप, त्यसै स्ट्रिङ डेटा टाइप को बारेमा पढाएको थियौ. सो त्यसमध्ये मैले एउटा क्वेशन सोधेँ त, गेट रिमाइन्डर अफ बाइ डिभाइडिङ के अरे व्हाट इज द रिमाइन्डर हैन व्हेन वी डिभाइड 10 by 3. सो हाउ वी डु दैट इन पाइथन, we use modulo expression हैन. 10 modulo 3, रिमाइन्डर इज 1. हामीले भेरिएबल असाइनमेन्ट को बारेमा पनि पढाएको थियौ. सो आई हैव आस्क्ड क्वेशन लाइक हाउ डु यु असाइन अ भेरिएबल नेम टु स्ट्रिङ मंजिल हैन. सो दिस इज हाउ यु डु इट. कसैलाई के प्रश्न छ भने भनिहाल्नु, सोधिहाल्नुस् है बिफोर वी मुभ अन. सो दिस हाउ वी डु इट. एन्ड देन इन्डेक्सिङ द स्ट्रिङ को बारेमा पढाएको थियौ हैन. अनि हामीले चाहिँ डेटा टाइप म्युटेबल इम्युटेबल को बारेमा पढाएको थियौ. म्युटेबल इज समथिङ दैट वी क्यान चेन्ज हैन. इम्युटेबल इज वी क्यानट चेन्ज. सो फर एक्जाम्पल वी क्यान डु लाइक नेम 0 equals to a. We can do that. There will be a type error, right? So it's immutable data type. We can't change the values of string, right? And indexing the string, how we can index it out? Just the Munzil name equals to Munzil by literally like M will take 0 position, A will take 1 position, N will take 2nd position, J will take 3rd, E will take 4th, E will take 5th, L will take 6th position. So 0 indexing, so it will start from 0, right? So if you want to retrieve M from name, so what you'll do, name, pass in the square bracket 0, right? If you want to get A, you just pass in 1, you'll get A, right? It's a very, if you understand this concept, it'll be a lot easier going forward. And on go slicing. So for example, if you want to get 3rd position till 6th position, or 3rd position till 5th position, but 5th position should be inclusive. What do you do? Because whenever we slice name, this, when you pass here this position, it's inclusive. But after semicolon, whatever the position you pass, it is exclusive. So for example, here name 3 semicolon 6. Ele ke diyo da? ZEE, Z diyo hai na? So you can see like J is 0, 1, 2, 3. On 3rd position, E 4th position, E 5th position, but 6th position it's exclusive, so it will not give 6th position, right? So, and then another question was kasari reverse garna sakincha string lai हैन. So you pass double quote, double colon, and then -1. It's a very tricky question interviewer can ask. How you can reverse the string, or if in given string, how you can reverse it, or even in given list, how you can reverse the list. So this is how you do it in Python. It's very easy if you understand this. That's it, one simple line, and you can reverse the list or string. अर्को हामीले पढेको कुरा के हैन, type function हैन. If you want to know the different types of the variable that has been assigned, what do you do? Use type function and pass inside the enclosed parenthesis. You just pass the variable name, type name, right? And then so we also learned about different methods that we use in string, right? So for example, if you want to convert all this string name to uppercase, what you'll do, name.upper. If you want to convert it to lower, name.lower, right? अनि त्यसपछि हाम्रो name variable मा if I want to change J with Z or G, what do you do? Use the replace method, name.replace this. एक क्वेशन चाहिँ यहाँसम्म कसैलाई?
मेरो क्वेशन रिभर्स मा बुझेन नि.
रिभर्स मा, सो रिभर्स मा it's just like you are printing in reverse. के बुझेनौ यहाँ?
त्यो के अरे -1 गरेको, त्यसपछि त यहाँ MAN उल्टो पो आयो त, कसरी?
तिमीले ठ्याक्कै यही गराछौ?
हैन, त्यही क्वेशनलाई सोधेको, मैले गरेको छैन, जस्ट यो गरेकै बुझेन के.
ए, so basically what you are doing is, so for example Munzil यसरी लेख्यो हैन. So what you are doing is you are reversing it. You are writing LEEJNAM यसरी लेखेको के यो चाहिँ. You are reversing, you are just उल्टो गरेको के यसलाई. Just उल्टो गरेको के यसलाई. So for example, अझै बेटर म तिमीलाई सिकाइदिन्छु. So for example, you have 1 2 3 4 3 4, right? And you give it L, right? So if you print L semicolon -1, you'll get 4 3 2 1. You are reversing the list. It's the same concept in string.
-1 गर्नु पर्यो हैन?
Yes, semicolon के भन्छ यो? के रे कस्तो यो हैन सेमिकोलन भनेको
के भन्छ त्यो दुईटा डट त्यही
यसलाई चाहिँ के भन्छ रे
कोलोन
कोलोन ए ओके मेरो सिरीले फेरि सब लेखिरहेको गाह्रो छ यार ठुल्ठुलो कुरा आउँछ सानसानो कुरै आउँदैन यार
धेरै सिकेपछि त्यस्तै हो
त्यस्तै हुन्छ हैन यसलाई रेकर्डिङबाट हटाउँ
सरी है
आयो ठिक छ ल ल ल सिकियो यो जानियो ल यति भएपछि अलिकति पैसा भयो भने कमाइन थालिन्छ
मलाई त अहिले नै कस्तो इन्ट्रेस्टिङ लागिसक्यो हो आई लभ इट
हो
भेरी लजिकल
इट्स सो गुड भाइ so now let's talk about list. So list is also one of the data type in Python which holds different data types. Like for example so to create list what you need to do is you need to start with square bracket. So anything inside square bracket it's list in Python. Okay, so list ko barema bhannu pardakheri chai list is a mutable data type. त्यसको मतलब के हो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ you can change the values inside the list. कसरी गर्ने त्यो हामी हेर्छौं पछि हैन. You can change any values in the list हैन. अर्को कुरा list is also a sequence. अथवा list is a order data type. त्यसको मतलब के हो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ list पनि zero indexing हुन्छ. जस्तो you can literally count 0 1 2 0 position first position second position third position fourth position भने जस्तै हैन त्यो. अब let's create. So list create गर्दा चाहिँ you have to pass in inside the square bracket. So 1 2 3 4 5 what is this? यसको टाइप हेरौं. It's a list, right? अब let's assign a variable to this list. L equals to अनि अर्को तरिका लिस्ट क्रिएट गर्ने तरिका भनेको चाहिँ either you can pass in the empty string empty bracket square bracket or you can यस्तो गर्दा पनि you can create a list. See A equals to list. This is also a list. If you check type A it's also a list. Either you can pass in my hashtag like you can do this or just pass A equals to empty square. You'll create a empty list, right? Inside the list you can fill the list with different data types. You can start with square bracket Manjil comma 30 comma lives in where? Detroit State, Michigan. Right? It can hold different data types, also Boolean. Right? So list can hold different data types inside it, right? And another thing, just like हामीले चाहिँ string मा what is the character length of string भनेर for example Manjil go, right? What is the character length of Manjil? What we did was we checked with len function, right? 7, right? So similarly, we can use the len function for list as well. What is the character? How many elements are inside the list? Check we can use len function. See, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We can use the len function. के क्वेशन छ यहाँसम्म? के क्वेशन छ यहाँसम्म? छैन हैन? सो अब एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ. सो क्वेशन है यहाँ. जस्तो मैले मन्जिलको m चाहियो भने सपोज यसलाई चाहिँ मैले नेम भेरिएबलमा यस्तो गरेको छु भने हैन, अब मलाई चाहिँ n चाहियो भने what I should do? Someone send me on the chat. if I need to get n, what I should do? Name 2, right? So if I want to get from M to E, first E, what I should do? If I need to get M to E, M-A-N-J-E, what I need to do? No, Chirag, I think I said M-A-N-J-E. Up to, I need to get one from M-A-N-J-E up to here, E. Let's check. Yeah. No, I said first E. 0,4. Okay, let's see if that is correct. 0.4. M-A-N-J. Right? So it should be 5. So same concept follows in list as well. We can index out different elements inside the list. When you go, if I want Manjil from this list, I can do same like square bracket 0 position. If I want 30, square bracket 1 position. So let me show you what I mean. Right? Let me copy this list. Right? And let me say it's list 1. Right? So what हामीले जुन concept string मा पढ्यौं त्यो concept अनुसार if I want Manjil, the first position in the list, what I should do? Can somebody send me in the chat? हामीले string मा जे पढ्यौं त्यो concept अनुसार if I want Manjil, what should I do? Yep. If I want from Manjil till Michigan, what I should do? Manjil till Michigan, Michigan is inclusive, right?
Question फेरि भनिदिनुस् न.
I want to get from this list 1, Manjil till Michigan, including Michigan. Okay, let's check with Sheila's answer if she's right. See, I only got Detroit, Sheila. I didn't get Michigan. So that's what. So when I'm saying Michigan inclusive, so usually when you pass in the square bracket, this is inclusive. This, whatever the position that you pass first, it's inclusive. But last, it's not inclusive. If you just pass 3, that means it will only give 0, 1, 2 up to Detroit. If you pass 4, then it will give Michigan. बुझ्नुभयो सबैजनाले? के क्वेशन छ? Now, अब reverse this list. How you reverse this list? How you are going to reverse this list? Yeah, see, I got it. It's just me that it's not a small bracket, it's a square bracket. List अर्को एउटा म ट्रिक सिकाउँ. So whenever you are typing, just if you have assigned any variable and you want to get that variable, just like for example, if I have assigned list 1 for that particular list, list 1 so instead of that, L tapchu and then I will tab that, okay? And then there is a list 1. Or LI and a tab list 1. Very quick way. Colon -1. I know. So list is reversed. बुझ्नुभयो सबैजनाले? के क्वेशन छ? So अर्को कन्सेप्ट. मन्जिल प्लस बराल के हुन्छ? यो के हुन्छ मैले एक्जिक्युट गरे भने यो सेल हैन एड हुन्छ नि त हैन त्यस्तै we can add list or we can add elements inside the list, okay? So for example, this is list 1, right? अनि मैले list 2 create गरे. I also want to add my information about where I am from. Nepal. नेपालमा पनि विराटनगरबाट, right? So what I can do is I can literally add it like list 1 plus list 2. See? बुझेको कुरा? बुझ्नुभयो? Oh. So हामीले यो पनि पढाएको थियौ नि हैन? जस्तो मन्जिल if we multiply 10 times what we'll get? Yeah, okay, not string. Manzil if we multiply 10 times हामीले के गर्छ 10 चोटी मन्जिल भेट्छ नि. I think we can also do same thing in the list. See? It will multiply. And we can also do something like this. And then now let's go into the methods. And what are the different methods? Okay, first let me ask questions on Python methods. What are the different string methods we learned? Lekhnuस् त chat ma. Replace, very good. Aru reverse. I think, do we have reverse in string? I'll check. Ani aru replace. Ani aru khaida. What are the different string methods we learned, right? So for example, upper, lower. We also learned count. Is alpha num, right? Is digit, right? So so you guys can go home and learn different methods associated with the string. Also, we learned about different functions. We learned about different functions like print, right? Then len, right? Then type. We learned about different functions. I want to show you one of the ekdamai important functions in Python, that is range. So range is nothing but it will give you the values between starting and the end. For example, if you want to get values from 1 to 1000, or if you want to get values from 1 to 100, you can use range. So for example, I want to get 1 to 100, right? You use range function. So function is nothing but pass the input, you will get the output. I know, just you pass the input, you get the desired output, whatever the functions is ought to produce. भनेको मतलब अब for example print को काम range ले गर्दैन, range को काम print ले गर्दैन, and they have their own set of actions to perform. तर print को काम के हो, print function को काम के हो, it prints the desired action. Len को काम के हो भने it gives the length of any sequence, हैन, string, string or tuple or set or list, हैन, type को it will give you the associated type of the data type that we are using. Range को काम के हो भन्दाखेरि it will give us a number from starting to the end, whatever that we need, right? So for example, we need all the numbers from 1 to 100. Let's see what it gives, right? Range भनेर print गर्छ, right? तर यसले number दिदैन. But if you can pass like list, and then if you pass the range function inside the range function, it will give you 1, 2, 3, 4. See, right? It'll be very easy when we start doing for loops, if else statement, those kind of things. This range function you better memorize. Range function le ke garcha, हैन? So for example, if we want to print up to 1000, right? For example, मैले list बनाएर हैन 1 2 3 कहिलेसम्म भ्याइरहने हैन 1000 सम्म, तर अब यस्तो फंक्सनहरुले चाहिँ हाम्रो काम के गर्दिन्छ, इजी गर्दिन्छ. It's a built-in function in Python. Python Anaconda हामीले त्यो distribution download गर्ने बित्तिकै it will come by default. But there are some other functions that we can, हामीले पनि आफ्नै function लेख्न सक्छौं. त्यसलाई चाहिँ के भन्छ हामी, user defined function. We'll talk about that later when we जब हामी त्यहाँ पुग्छौं, हैन? But these are built-in functions. It comes with the distribution itself, Python distribution itself. So अब, and then if you want to know what this function does more, what you can do is like you can tap shift, type तपाईहरुको आफ्नो कीबोर्डमा तपाईहरुले shift र tab दाब्न सक्नुहुन्छ. So it will give you will find like what this function will do. See, yeah, description छ नि, range, start, stop, step. भनेको return an object that produces a sequence of integers from start inclusive हुन्छ, हैन, अनि to stop exclusive हुन्छ by step. भनेको मतलब चाहिँ, for example, you just pass range 1, 1000. What it will do is like it will not print 1000. It will start from 1, but it will end at 999. For example, हेरौँ हामी. Let's see. अलि सानो नम्बर हेरौँ न, किन त्यसमा जाने, हैन? So it will print up to 1 to सानो भयो होला, हैन? See, it will only print up to 99, right? So if you want to get 1 to 100, what we need to do is like 1 to 101. Ani to step भनेर दिएको छ नि, यो divide by यो 2 भनेको चाहिँ, now what it will do, it will print 1, and त्यसपछि it won't print 2, it will print 3. Again, it won't print 4, it will print 5. 2 step jump गर्छ के, दुईटा step अनि मात्रै print गर्छ. भनेको मतलब see here 1 3 5 7 9 11. So for example, कसैले तपाईलाई के भन्यो भने, hey, I want the list of numbers, list of all even numbers. What you will do? ल chat मा पठाउनुस् त. List of all even numbers, list of all odd numbers. What you will do? Chat मा पठाउनुस् त, using the range function. खै त के आएन च्याटमा? आयो सुस्मिता. Okay, odd भनेको you don't type odd, so Okay, yeah, that's correct. This is all even number. Roshan brother, thank you. So this is what you do if you want to print all odd numbers, right? So it'll give you all the odd numbers. I know, Ani. This will give you 0 अथवा चाहिँ 2, 101, 2. So this will give you all the even numbers. So range function is very important. You better memorize. See, so first one gave all the even odd numbers, right? And second one gave all the odd numbers. Yeah, dami. Sahi ho Ashok dai. Yeah. Right? Yeah. के क्वेशन छ यहाँसम्म आइपुग्दाखेरि सम्म? हैन? So अर्को very important method. So now let's talk about the list method, right? So let's say we have a list 3. Let's say we have all the attendees in class. Hemant, Johnny, those are my screen was Sila, right? Chirag, then Ashok Dai. Okay. So now we need to add. So this is list 3, right? We created. But hey, we want to add other attendees too, right? There are other attendees too. What do we need to do? It's like we need to use list method. Methods are nothing but whatever things that you want to do within the list, you can do it using methods. For example, you want to add in the list, you want to make copy of the list, you want to reverse the list, you want to sort the list, you can use its method. For example, मैले अस्ति पनि हाम्रो example दिएको थिएँ नि, हाम्रो body के हो? हाम्रो body एउटा data type हो, right? एउटा for example हाम्रो body एउटा object or data type हो. अनि हाम्रो body मा चाहिँ different के हुन्छ? Different methods छ. For example हात, यसको आफ्नै function छ. हातको काम मुटुले गर्न सक्दैन, मुटुको काम हातले गर्न सक्दैन, हैन? खुट्टाको आफ्नै मेथड के रे, खुट्टाको आफ्नै काम छ, मुखको आफ्नै काम छ. सिमिलरली लिस्ट पनि एउटा के हो? एउटा अब्जेक्ट भयो अथवा एउटा डेटा, त्यसको आफ्नै एसोसिएटेड मेथड हुन्छ जसले आफ्नै रिलेटेड कामहरु गर्छन्. फर एक्जाम्पल, इफ वी वान्ट टु एड न्यू आइटम्स इनसाइड दिस लिस्ट 3, वी क्यान युज द मेथड एपेन्ड. अनि अर्को इजी वे टु फाइन्ड व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट methods associated with the list भनेर थाहा पाउन चाहिँ you just type the variable name list3, right? First you need to understand what type it is, right? You pass in the type function, right? Okay, list भनेपछि we have the list methods of list associated with this variable. त्यसपछि what you do? Give dot tab. You use the tab, हैन? Dot अनि tab. Right? Keyboard you use the tab, then you'll find different methods associated with the list. Like for example, append. Append is nothing but you add the elements inside the list. Clear, you clear all the elements inside the list. Copy, you make extra another copy of the list. Count, you can count like at this index position. I mean extend, you can extend by adding another list inside that list. And index position, insert, you can insert another elements inside the list. Pop is nothing but to remove your first index position inside the list. So remove, reverse, these are all the ke ho bhandakeri chai ani sort. Yo ke ho bhandakeri chai it's nothing but methods. So for example, ma euta example dinchu. Usually interview question ma ke sochcha bhandakeri, hey, you have a list on, you have an unsorted list, how will you sort it? So you just create a list, right? Pass in, then you give name dot sort, and then you pass however you want to sort, ascending or descending, right? So that's all. You can use the sorted function, whatever you can do. So this is the यसरी हेल्प गर्छ के हामीलाई डिफरेंट प्रोग्रामिङ गर्न चाहिँ मेथडहरुले चाहिँ. So for example, you want to add new people inside this list 3, right? what you need to do is append and then add CLA. Now C list 3. What is there? Now I think you want to extend the list, right? List 3 dot extend. I think you have to pass within the list. Who else is there? iPhone. I don't know who is. And then Roshan brother, right? So now C list 3. C. Right? We have iPhone and Roshan being added inside the list, right? So now let's use list 3 dot pop. It will remove first item in the list 3. List 3 dot pop. Let's say it will remove your first item in the list. So let's see. Last item remove garada. Hemant, right? So it should not be that way. Anyway, leave it. So usually you pop use garda चाहिँ we can also assign a variable inside this list. के रे यो अब जस्तो हामीले अब हैन name equals to यो पनि गर्न सक्छौं के ए. So अब C, what will be the name? किन भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ ओके यस्तो 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 पप त्यही भएर मलाई युज गर्न मन लाग्दैन है. Hold on. Okay. Right, Hemant. So you can also use like this. हैन के क्वेशन छ यहाँसम्म? के क्वेशन छ? Sure. Equals to true, right? So now C list 3 kiba sort by, right? How? Equals to false on right? See how it's happening. Why it's not reversing? Usually idea चाहिँ के हुन्छ नि whenever you sort, like if it's reverse equals to false, something like अहिले अब exactly भएन हैन, I'll check it later, तर usually say if you want to sort it like ascending or descending order, you use this like list dot sort, or you can also use sorted function, right? It will help you to reverse the list, right? Or reverse any sequence. What are another thing that we need to learn? Reverse, sort, nesting. Okay. Now let's see this one. Right? You can make list inside list. For example, list 1, right? 1, 2, 3. List 2 equals to 4, 5, 6. List 3 equals to 7, 8, 9, right? So now if you want to make list inside the list, what do? You just pass matrix equals to square bracket, right? Because we're creating list inside the list. List 1 plus list 2 plus list 3. that's not the way. So now see, right? No, not the plus. It's comma, right? So now we are what we're getting, list inside list. It's nothing but a matrix. So now let's index out, right? If I want to get one inside this list, how should I get? Mala one chahiyo. How can I get one? Anybody ask question? के भनेको रोहन LIFO भनेको?
त्यो अघि नै तपाईले पप गर्नु भएको थियो नि त्यति बेला यो स्ट्याक हुन्छ नि त
लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट भनेको?
हजुर
ओ ओके लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट हुन्छ? ओके I'll check it. I usually get I don't use pop के लास्ट हेडेको. Okay, if I want to get one, हैन अब मैले कसरी इन्डेक्स आउट गर्न सक्छु? Help me to get one from this list inside the list. क्वेशन बुझ्नु भएन मैले भनेको? Matrix, first question. Matrix. ल दुईटा क्वेशन आयो. matrix.pop matrix. अब फेरि पप गरे भने त्यो उड्छ. matrix.pop गरे भने त यो 7 8 9 होला नि. पप 0 हैन साच्चै. ओके इन्डेक्स गरे भने 1 2 3 आउला. 1 2 3 I just said 1. How to get that? So okay, matrix. अब यो लिस्ट इनसाइड लिस्ट छ नि हैन? So okay, what did we get? Matrix pop 0 0. Yep, you got it, Johnny. So usually हैन matrix, let's simplify. अब लिस्ट इनसाइड लिस्ट छ नि त हैन? अब बाहिरको पार्ट त लिस्ट हो नि त भनेपछि this list will be 0 index position, second list will be first index position, and first index position, and last list would be second index position, हैन? So for example matrix 0 गरे भने के दिन्छ? 1 2 3 दिन्छ, राइट? अनि अब त्यसपछि यो पनि लिस्ट हो किनभने टाइप, see the type, right? See the type, list हो, right? So that means you can also index out this portion. हामीले यो पनि index out गर्न सक्छौं. That means 0 0, what it will give 1, right? यो एउटा भयो. त्यसपछि what I अर्को क्वेशन के थियो? How to get 4 5 inside of that list matrix, right? So what you do is print matrix. So 4 5 कुन पोजिसन मा छ? इनर लिस्ट को फर्स्ट पोजिसन मा छ type 1, right? So what you need? 4, 5. 5 inclusive. So what do you do? Pass the square bracket, 0, then 5 inclusive. You have to go up to 2. So let's see. बुझ्नुभयो? Any question? केही क्वेसन छ साथीहरुमा? खै त छ कि छैन? कोही त बोल्दिनुस्।
दाइ छैन।
छैन।
दाइ छैन। तर आफै प्र्याक्टिस नगरी अब क्वेसन कसरी सोध्नु?
ल ठीक छ ल। So okay, I have some challenges here. है तपाईहरुको लागि भनेर मैले माया गरेर च्यालेन्ज लिएर आएको छु। अशोक दाइ पनि हुनुहुन्छ यहाँ। सो ल गर्नुस् त दाइ, छोड्ने भएन त यो च्यालेन्जले। ल यो तपाईहरुलाई 10 मिनेटको समय दिन्छु। तपाईहरुले एटलिस्ट ट्राई गर्नुस्, त्यसपछि हामी 10 अर्को 5 मिनेट यो गरौँ, त्यसपछि हामी डिक्सनरीमा जाउँ। आज हामी
कपी गरेर च्याटमा पनि पठाउन मिल्छ दाइ?
ल म पठाइदिइहाल्छु। छैन भन्छ केटो, के भन्छ? ए छैन भने क्लास छैन भने ओके, च्याटमा पनि मैले पठाइदिएको छु, यहाँ पनि छ। सो हामीले पढेको बाट ल 10 मिनेट। ए ल क्वेसन छैन भनेको ठिक छ। हिन्ट पनि दिन्छु है। म चाहिँ एकैछिन आइहाल्छु। म पनि यहाँ गर्दै गर्छु है त माई लिस्ट right first question त्यसपछि get a list of numbers कसैले के भन्नु भएको So we have few minutes then 3 minutes more right Two more minutes. Anybody सबै सक्नुभएको कोही हुनुहुन्छ खै सबै सक्नुभएको कोही हुनुहुन्छ ल ल नम्बर 1 को च्याटमा पठाउनु न त एबीसीडी आफूले गरेको च्याटमा पठाउनुस् त एबीसीडी सबै एन्सर्सहरु ए को कसले कसले गर्नुभयो एन्सर पठाउनुस् न च्याटमा खै ल सक्यो है अब ल ओके ए को ल पठाउँदै जानुस् ए को बी को लेट्स रिभ्यू हैन सी को डी को गुड सिला सबै सबै एन्सर ढ्याक ढ्याक च्याटमा पठाउँदै जानुस् त देन विल रिभ्यू वन बाइ वन यप 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 somebody is already expert here huh Monica सही हो Yep. 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 Good one, guys. Good one. Okay, so yeah, so my list. This is how you do it. Use the range function for second question. Index out using the square bracket. Right, whatever the index question we have asked, you can do that. Slicing and dicing, reversing. Then I've said, okay, create the empty list. This is how you create the empty list. It's very important. And usually whenever we are doing a whiteboarding challenge, interview ma a whiteboarding challenge or socha, so during that time, usually they'll ask you some type of problem to do. And knowing how you can create empty list, knowing how you can create empty dictionary, and then you use this sort of method to solve your problem. So understanding these things is very important. So you use either append method or Monica for loop use you can do it. For loop so you do it right 1 2 3. If you know for loop, you can loop through. Then you another method you can use is extend to extend the list. You can again use the pop method to remove the items inside the list. You can use the insert method to insert any item in the desired index position. For example, here the question was how you will insert the item done in the list on 0 index of the first position. So this is how you do it. Thank you so much for actively participating in the challenge. Now let's move on to another data type called dictionary. So this dictionary data type is very important. Usually dictionary कसरी create हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब dictionary को बारेमा मैले भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब dictionary is also mutable. You can change the values inside the dictionary. It is unordered. You cannot pass the index position in the to get the value from the dictionary. It's unordered. Dictionary is unordered data type. Dictionary is also mutable. Ani dictionary, how you create dictionary? By passing curly braces or curly brackets. This is how you create dictionary. Ani what goes inside the dictionary? First key, then value. Okay, first key and then value. So value vitra chahi either it can be integer, it can be float, it can be list, it can be tuple, anything, right? I'll show you an example. Let's create a dictionary. I said, right, curly braces, you pass name Manjil, right? Or then last name Baral, right? And you give variable my name. But usually हामीले चाहिँ अब लिस्टमा चाहिँ what you used to do is like my name 0, right? To retrieve any elements inside the first elements inside the list, right? तर अब यहाँ हेर त my name 0 के हुन्छ? Key error, right? We will talk about this error, right? We also saw the type error, syntax error, हैन, key error, different types of error. यो error को बारेमा पनि हामी पछि पढ्छौं हैन. तर what error के आयो यहाँ? के आयो? Key error आयो, right? So as I mentioned, right, key and values. So यसले भन्न खोजेको के हो भने यो my name variable मा there is no key called 0 भन्न खोजेको. There is a key error. It should not be 0 भन्न खोजेको, okay? Basically. बुझ्नुभयो? के क्वेशन छ यहाँसम्म? केही क्वेशन छैन भने let's move on. Now how you can retrieve your keys and values inside the dictionary. What you need to do, my name, pass in the square bracket and pass the key name Manjil, right? Or last name Baral. बुझ्नुभयो? If you तपाईले यो concept बुझ्यो भने I think we can understand यसपछि how we retrieve dictionary by passing the keys, हैन? So अब अर्को dictionary बनाऊ हामी. Suppose my name 1 equals to curly braces name list Manjil, then Mashatai, probably him, Sila, Probin. I'll add that, right? One list we have names, right? And then another we have is last name. Pass in the list. Brother. Let's put him start something, right? So now let's get this. Now let's see my name 1. So what should I do if I want to get name, key name? Somebody, can you put in the chat? If I want to get the key name, what should I do? What should I do? Yep, my name dot keys. Yeah, I mean, you can use that, but name, yeah, right? Name, right? So now, I know. So now if I want to get the keys last name, now if I want to see the type of this, what should I do to check the type? If I want to check the type, then what I need to do, type list, right? So if I want to retrieve Ashok or Hemanta from the key name, what I need to do, my name, variable name, pass in the key name. Then if it's list, then what you need to do, 0, 1, right? See what I get? No, last name and name, right? What I get, 0. So if I need from name, if I need names from first position till the last inclusive, what I need to do, see how easy it is, right? बुझ्नुभयो तपाईहरुले? हैन? Good one. Now if I want to, for example, let's say if I want to add extra if I want to add extra keys in this dictionary my name one, so what do we need to do is, for example, adding new key state, हैन? My name one state equals to pass in the list. So you need to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So for example, I live in Michigan, right? Ashok lives in California, right? He lives in MD. Sela lives in, okay, and let's put him in Texas, right? See now. Name one. Added new keys, right? This is how you add the new keys. Got it? कसैलाई केही क्वेशन छ? Any question, guys? Before we move on to the next one. Any question?
हामीले त्यो एड गरेको त्यो स्टेट के रे जुपिटरबाट डिलिट सेल गर्यो भने त्यो स्टिल मेमोरीमा बसेको बस्छ नि, त्यो हट्छ?
मैले तिम्रो कुरै बुझिन यार।
ए त्यो भर्खर स्टेट एड गर्नु भएको छ नि, हो त्यो सेल मात्र डिलिट गर्यो भने स्टिल जुपिटरमा बसिरहन्छ कि?
यो सेल भनेको तिमीले यसरी डिलिट गर्यो भने त्यो बस्दै बस्दैन भनेको? बस्छ नि, किन बस्दैन यार?
त्यसलाई हटाउन चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ जुपिटरबाट?
त्यसलाई हटाउन के गर्नुपर्छ?
हजुर,
यु डिलिट इट
जुपिटरबाट।
यहाँबाट कुन सेललाई हटाउन कि त्यो तिम्रो अहिले भर्खर एड गरेको स्टेट कीलाई हटाउन?
स्टेट कीलाई हटाउन।
यु नीड टु डिलिट इट।
डिलिट गर्दा एकचोटि ट्राई गरिदिनु न। ए पप मेथडबाट भन्नुभएको।
You can use pop items, or you can use pop.
तर डिलिट से गर्यो भने चाहिँ हुँदैन है? तर
डिलिट भन्नाले
त्यही एडिट अनि डिलिट सेल गरेर चाहिँ हुँदैन?
हुँदैन, यो त अलरेडी सेभ भयो नि त मेमोरीमा। आइदर यु निड टु के गर्न सकिन्छ भने यु निड टु रिस्टार्ट अर क्लियर आउटपुट, यु निड टु रिस्टार्ट योर कर्नल अगेन।
ए हुन्छ,
यु जस्ट कर्नलमा गएर you just restart and then you don't run it with this. बुझ्यो?
हजुर।
किन तिमीलाई स्टेट मन परेन?
Just curious.
Okay, just kidding. छ नि अब usually you will study, will get to know अब different methods associated with dictionaries, हैन? So usually चाहिँ अब अघि रोबनले लेखेको थियो नि, dot keys, dot values is most frequent keys used in dictionary, हैन? So dot keys. What dot keys will give you all the keys associated with the dictionary. So what are the different keys we have? Name, last name, and state, right? So my name dot, I think it's values. See, it gives all the values associated with the keys, right? See here, right? Similarly, we have so many other items, I know other methods, items, pop त pop items, update, set default, copy. So usually these are the different methods that we use in dictionary. So most frequently used keys, values, remember items. These are the methods that we use in dictionary, for various things to perform in dictionary. बुझ्नुभयो? एउटा उयो गर्ने हाम्रो पहिलाको पनि एउटा म एउटा डिक्सनरी बनाउँछु ल. This two, okay. Right. Now, my question is, how do you capitalize both the keys? Do you both the keys in dictionary? My dict2 la challenge. How do you capitalize? And also other question, how do you change the keys to values of both keys? This is both the values, right? Keys to upper and lower case. Chat में पढ़ाऊंगा. Let's try the Johnny. छैन नि. कति हुन्छ होला गाइस 2 dot upper हुन्छ होला see name dot capitalize name dot lower take to name capitalize so capitalized method string मा के गर्छ भन्दा first letter लाई capitalize गर्छ है print then I said lower case then print take to name dot upper बुझ्नुभयो this is how you do it अब चाहिँ I have challenge for you guys डिक्सनरी हाम्रो सकियो कसैलाई के प्रश्न छ कसैलाई के प्रश्न छ छैन सो छैन भने चाहिँ ल I have challenge for you guys है त ल to practice म यो के भन्छ त्यसलाई यसमा च्याटमा पनि पठाइदिन्छु ल Let's take 10 minutes to do this. जसले सक्नुहुन्छ हैन ए बी सी च्याटमा पठाउँदै जानुस् है सक्दै जानुस् पठाउँदै जानुस् ल सो दैट लेट्स मेक दिस इन्टरएक्टिभ बनाउनु पर्यो नि त च्याट आउँदैछ है I did 01 के मेरो यार यो आर्टिस्ट डिफाइन गरेको छैन नि त Thanks, guys. मैले यो रिसोर्स पठाएँ कि पठाएन पाइथनको बारेमा इट्स अ भेरी गुड रिसोर्सेस है इफ यु वान्ट टु along with W3 स्कुल म यो च्याटमा पठाइदिन्छु है अहिले लास्ट पठाइदिन्छु
यसलाई त्यो त्यो हामी पठाउँछौँ नि फाइल त्यसमा राखेर पठाउन मिल्छ
ए मिल्छ ओ या गुड आइडिया या we should send all these resources so you guys can go and within week सबै रिफ्रेश गर्यो भने या त्यो अर्को inventory equals to okay equals to 18 right pop cake yep let's see Rovan yep ल अब 3 मिनेट बाँकी छ है Two more minutes. खै त आएन त One more minute, guys. One more minute, then we're done. Okay. So first go, na? First go artist. Question के थियो? He called it यो तपाईहरु कसले first number गर्नु भयो? Create a dictionary called user info and at least 3 key value pairs to it.
गरेको नेम मिरर आयो
ठिक छ नो प्रब्लम जस्ट अब त्यो त भइहाल्यो नि हैन कर्ली ब्र्याकेट दिने key then value right the problem भएन now what's so we have second question is artist यो भयो then what we were saying concat भनेको add first and last name for dict artist with a space भनेको it's very easy what you okay रे मैले उडाइदै के हैन what do you do artist first plus create the first and last name of artist right plus space plus last and artist last right Neil Young got it and अर्को चाहिँ अब यही छ है so inventory I think inventory dot copy गर्नु पर्छ होला हैन it'll copy अब so you use copy method to copy the inventory and put it in a variable stock list right? Also if you want to change if you want to add another key into this dictionary inventory you just need to pass in the variable name square bracket whatever the key you want to pass and then whatever the value you want to assign pretty simple right and to get the key kick out of this dictionary inventory just pass in the method pop pass in the key name done any question guys okay answer okay yeah it's good right so let's see this one यो चाहिँ मैले अघि नै चट्ट मैले राखिसकेको छु हैन so we have two lists right first name last name so how we can convert these two lists into dictionary one question also so we leverage two functions dict will give us a dictionary but how we want to glue we use zip function zip function ले के गर्छ भने दुईटा लिस्टलाई glue गरिदिन्छ literally टास्ने काम गर्छ right so first we create zip let's run these two lists first right the first we create zip first name last name right so it'll create a generator function त्यसको बारेमा पछि पढौँला it'll store something like this हैन तर हामीलाई त डिक्सनरी चाहिएको so inside this you have to pass the dict what it'll give it'll literally create a dictionary now you see the type this is also another way how you create a dictionary if you have two lists बुझ्नुभयो के क्वेशन छ यहाँ क्वेशन छैन क्वेशन छैन भने हामी द्रुत गतिमा अब लास्ट इयर टुपल्स र सेट पढौं अनि आजको लागि विश्राम लियौं अनि हाम्रो डेटा टाइप सकियो त्यसपछि हामी पाइथन स्टेटमेन्ट फर लुप तिर लाग्छौं अर्को क्लासमा हामी सायद सिलेबस सँगसँगै हिँडिरहेका छौं हैन सो हामीले अब यो चाहिँ हाम्रो आर्सनलमा अर्को डेटा टाइप युजुअली हामीले अघि पढिरहेको थियौँ नि हैन, डेटा टाइप, अर्डर डेटा टाइप, अनअर्डर डेटा टाइप, म्युटेबल डेटा टाइप, इम्युटेबल डेटा टाइप. सो दिस टुपलको कुरा गर्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ टुपल इज immutable. You cannot change the value inside the list. I mean tuples, right? How you create tuples? By passing parenthesis or small bracket, right? Or using tuple function, I think. Tuple, right? See the type? Will give you tuple. I know. Or go say what it will be ordered. You can index it out. Ordered. Yeah, you can index it out. Order. So let's start with creating a tuple, right? So मैले भने अघि how you create a tuple. T equals to start with parenthesis 1, 2, 3, right? Now you can literally check print T and print type T. Now if you want to check the length of tuple T, what do you need to do? Question. If you want to check the length, how do you check the length? Tuple T. What do you do? Dot len. Dot len, no. I don't think so, Roman. I think you do this. Len T. Yeah. We'll see. Tuple method len. I don't think there will be only, I think, 2 methods in tuple. Yeah, see? 3. Right? There are 3 items inside the tuple. Got it? Good, guys. Right? So now, 1, 2. Just like you can have a mix data types, right? You can pass in like anything, let's T1, right? You can pass in string, right? 2, integer, float, right? I think also the Boolean indentation error. Okay, we need to check, right? So now check the length of T1, 4, right? So let's see the type, right? Tuple. Now let's index out. What I should do if I want 2 out of T1? If I want to get only 2 from T1 to variable T1, what I should do? Print T1 0. Yeah, that's true. Command C. Copy, paste, right? True. Now, if I want to check the type, string, right? But if I want to change, let's say, if I want to change 2 instead of 2, I want to change it to 3. Can I do it? Let's see. T1 0 equals to, see what happened? You can't do it. But hey, in case of list, can you do it? If that was list, see, in case of list, we were able to do that, but in tuple, we were not able to do it. So list is mutable. We can change the values, but in tuple, it's immutable. We can't change the values. Got it? बुझ्नुभयो? कसैलाई के प्रश्न छ? के प्रश्न? Right, so मैले भनिहालेँ हैन, so immutability. So now let's see what are different basic methods that we have. T1 dot. There are only 2 methods associated with tuples. One is count, the other one is index. Count ले के गर्छ? You just need to go and see what it does. Return number of occurrence of the values. So for example, if you want to see how much time 1 is there or how much time 2 is there, how many times? 1, right? It'll help you to find how many times items has been occurred. Index position, right? Check what it does. Index position. Shift tab. Inside that bracket, it'll give you information about that particular method, right? Returns the first index of a value, right? If you do this 2 0, right? Or अर्को item कुन छ? 2, right? Or 2 point or false. False, the string there. False, right? Which position? 3rd position, right? So these are the 2 basic methods associated with tuple. हामीले यो already कुरा गरिसकेको छ, right? You cannot change any values. And once you cannot change, append ले के गर्छ लिस्टमा भने it helps you to add items inside the list, right? Tuple is immutable. You cannot add. That means there is no point of having method called append. बुझ्नुभयो? Tuples? गाह्रो छैन, it's easy. के प्रश्न छ? यहाँसम्म आइपुग्दा before we move on to sets.
अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ छैन दाइ, तर मेरो लागि त सबै नयाँ, फेरि एकपल्ट रिभाइ आफै हेर्नुपर्छ अनि बल्ल क्वेसन उठ्छ।
हुन्छ हुन्छ ठीक छ, नो प्रब्लम. सेट्स हैन, सेट्स एन्ड बुलियन्स. सेट्स भनेको चाहिँ इट्स अनअर्डर्ड कलेक्सन अफ युनिक एलिमेन्ट्स हैन. इट्स अनअर्डर्ड. अगेन you cannot use the index position to के भन्छ त्यसलाई, के भन्छ, you cannot use index position to get the list, हैन. So set. So for example, set, how you do it, this is how you create set, हैन. You see the type, 100% I think it will give set. दिक्ता है त्यार, त्यस्तो नहुनु पर्ने. I think set. If you do x equals to set, and then if you print x, is this possible? Okay. Okay, so you know you create basically set using set and then small bracket, हैन. Set भनेको चाहिँ usually चाहिँ why you will use set. अब set will give you only the set of unique items. So for example, हैन, फर इक्जाम्पल यदि 1,2,3 के अरे 3,3,4 छ भने if you pass set, what do you think it will give? What do you think it will give? Answer. So it will only give you the unique set of elements. And question when we use this sort of data types questions given the list, I only want the unique items from the list. Questions. So for example, there is a list. There is a list of different items. So 1, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7 different items in the list. We want to get only the unique set of items from the list. So at that time, you just use set data type. You pass in that list, right? L1, you pass in that list, set L1, and now you only get the unique items inside the list. Kura budhnu Kura bujheko? S2 equals to. Now see what are the different methods we have in S2. Right? So I set my unions on update, pop, remove, add. So add. What does add does? See. Add an element to set. Right? So now you add 3, 2. So see what S2 has. Right? You added 2. And 10. Let's see what S2 has. See, 10. Right? So this is how you leverage different methods inside the list. Bujhnu bhayo? Basically, arko data type bhaneko boolean ho. Boolean is nothing but true or false. Usually it's like 1 or 0, right? 1 is true, 0 is false. So true is 1 Boolean data type, arko bhaneko chahi false. Right? So you see the type of true. Bool, right? Now you see the type of false. It's bool, right? So for example, if you do greater than 2, ke dincha yalle? False, right? 10 equals to 10. True, right? 10 equals to 20. Ke dincha? False. So these are Boolean data types in Python, right? So we almost covered numbers, strings, list, dictionary, sets, and tuples, all the data types in Python. Coming up to second class. Our third class, fourth class, we'll talk about Python statement, if-else statement, for loop, while loop, list comprehension, this was a dictionary comprehension, and lambda functions, right? And then fourth class will work on defining a function. आजको लागि भने चाहिँ यतिकै म मन्जिल बराल तपाईहरु समक्ष बिदा माग्न चाहन्छु। नमस्ते, धन्यवाद। ल, के क्वेशन छ?
जय नेपाल पनि भन्नुभयो।